Unveiling the secrets of the past, 15 archaeological discoveries that will blow your mind. There's something undeniably thrilling about archaeology. It's like watching a real-life Sherlock Holmes mystery unraveling right before our eyes. Hidden beneath the earth are clues, waiting to be uncovered, telling stories of ancient civilizations and long-forgotten mysteries. Archaeology, often seen as the pinnacle of historical study, offers dazzling discoveries that capture the public's imagination in ways textbooks never could. Each revelation has the power to rewrite history, bringing new insights that challenge everything we thought we knew. Let's dive into some of the most extraordinary finds that have completely reshaped our understanding of the past. 15. Peruvian paint contains human blood. Before the rise of the mighty Incas, several civilizations flourished across present-day Peru. Among them, the Shan culture was a powerful force for 500 years. However, much of their history remained a mystery until the 1990s, when archaeologists discovered a 1,000-year-old Shan tomb beneath the Archaeological temple. The find was chilling: an upside-down skeleton painted red, surrounded by the remains of 2 women and 2 children. What puzzled researchers, though, was how the paint had stayed on the gold mask atop the skeleton for so long. It wasn't until 2021 that scientists from Oxford cracked the mystery. Infrared analysis revealed that the paint had been mixed with human blood and egg whites. 1,000 years later, the discovery still leaves historians scratching their heads, wondering what it all meant. Could this be a ritual of rebirth? 14. The mysterious mummies of the Silk Road. In the vast expanse of China's Tarim Basin, hundreds of mummies have been found, preserved for thousands of years by the arid desert climate. These mummies look nothing like the local population. They are tall, with deep-set eyes and even light-colored hair, resembling Europeans more than ancient Chinese. They were buried in boat-shaped coffins, a burial practice unlike anything else in the region. For years, their origins remained a mystery. Then in 2021, genetic analysis confirmed what many had suspected: the oldest mummies were descendants of ancient North Eurasians, a group from Siberia and the northern steppes. How did they end up here? That remains the ultimate enigma. 13. The snake and its lunch. Dinosaurs weren't known for their nurturing instincts. Many simply laid eggs and left their young to fend for themselves. But for one unfortunate baby dinosaur, that lack of protection led to a horrifying fate. In 1987, an Indian geologist discovered fossilized dinosaur eggs. While scattered bones were assumed to belong to hatchlings, it wasn't until 2010 that a shocking discovery was made: some of the bones actually belonged to an ancient snake, Sana indicus. Unlike modern pythons, this snake didn't crack open the eggs, it lay in wait, coiling around them. When the hatchlings emerged, the snake struck. However, fate had other plans. A landslide buried them both alive, frozen in time for millions of years. 12. The titillated arachnid. A truly bizarre discovery came when archaeologists found a daddy long legs preserved in amber. But not just any daddy long legs, this one was preserved mid-reproduction, sporting a fully erect penis. Trapped in the sticky resin 100 million years ago, this arachnid's half-millimeter-long organ is still visible, preserved for eternity. A fossil that not only tells the story of ancient life but also leaves behind a peculiar legacy for future generations to marvel at. 11. The prehistoric origins of genital herpes. In 2017, researchers uncovered the ancient ancestor responsible for genital herpes, a discovery that no one asked for, but certainly got. The virus, HSV-2, has been around for millions of years. It likely spread from chimpanzees to early humans. This virus's journey across the ages proves how interconnected our ancient past is with modern diseases. 10. The written rock of Gelt. Roman soldiers stationed in Britain in the 200s AD left behind crude messages carved into a quarry wall, known as the written rock of Gelt. But what stood out was the discovery of a humorous caricature of a Roman officer. Over time, erosion made parts of the engravings illegible, and the site became hard to access. Thanks to modern 3D scanning technology, these ancient messages have been fully digitized and preserved for eternity, giving us a glimpse into the lives of these soldiers. 9. The Lyra bark shield. In 2015, archaeologists uncovered a remarkable artifact, a shield made entirely from tree bark, dating back to between 395 and 255 BC. This discovery shattered previous assumptions that bark shields were too fragile for combat. Through experimental archaeology, scientists proved that these shields were not only effective but surprisingly durable, challenging our understanding of ancient warfare. 8. The Swedish Buddha the Vikings, known for their raiding and trading, left behind a fascinating discovery, a statue of Buddha. Dating back to the 6th century, this statue made its way over 5,000 kilometers from India to Viking hands. This find confirmed that Viking trade routes stretched far beyond what we previously believed, demonstrating their complex connections with the wider world. 7. Ancient Egyptian tobacco. In 1992, scientists made a controversial discovery, traces of nicotine and cocaine in ancient Egyptian mummies. But how could this be? These substances were native to the Americas, lands the Egyptians could never have reached. Was it contamination, or could there be a far more mysterious connection? The mystery deepens as theories of long-distance seafaring and ancient trade routes come into play. 6. The Orn Temple from the Pictish era on the Orn Islands, an ancient Iron Age settlement, exists with a mysterious purpose. The most enigmatic feature of the site is Structure 10, an enormous building with walls over 16 feet thick and a stone-tiled roof perfectly shaped into squares. Inside, painted stones and fire pits suggest its importance. Was this a high-status residence, a tribal hall, or a temple? Archaeologists are still puzzling over its true significance. 5. The tomb of Philip the Arab. In 2018, archaeologists discovered a Roman mausoleum in Bulgaria that was believed to belong to Philip the Arab, a 3rd century Roman emperor. But before they could celebrate, they found a 131-foot-long tunnel under the tomb, revealing modern treasure hunters had been digging at the site for centuries. Despite the looting, the tomb's treasures remain largely intact, providing a rare glimpse into ancient Roman burial practices. 4. The oldest fossil. In 2016, scientists discovered 3.7 billion-year-old stromatolites in Greenland's Iswa Greenstone Belt, potentially the oldest evidence of life on Earth. This discovery pushes back the timeline of life on Earth by 220 million years, though the true origin of these fossils is still up for debate. 3. Neanderthal glue. In 2019, archaeologists uncovered evidence that Neanderthals were making glue, an advanced skill that required fire control, problem-solving, and a deep understanding of chemistry. This discovery debunked the myth that Neanderthals were primitive hunters, showing that they were inventors, craftsmen, and sophisticated toolmakers. 2. The Lloyds Bank coprolite. Perhaps the strangest Viking discovery is not a weapon or treasure but a fossilized Viking turd. Found in York, UK, this 8-inch coprolite preserved by the moist earth contains whipworm eggs, revealing a diet of bread and porridge. This unusual find offers a unique insight into Viking life, health, and diet. 1. The Gone Stones. The Gone Stones are a collection of 31 intricately carved stone tombs that blend Norse and Celtic styles. Built around AD 870, these massive curved sarcophagi honored local rulers during a time when Viking and Celtic cultures intersected. Recently, 3 missing stones were discovered, sparking a renewed effort to uncover more of these mysterious artifacts. Each of these discoveries tells a unique story of ancient life, shifting our understanding of history and uncovering secrets buried for millennia. From the strange to the sublime, archaeology continues to reveal the mysteries of our past, offering a window into worlds long forgotten.
As the dust settles and the pages of history are turned, each discovery leaves a deeper, richer mark on our understanding of ancient civilizations. These finds remind us that history is not just something written in textbooks, it's something waiting to be uncovered, one artifact at a time. The ancient world in a new light. For centuries, history was thought to be linear, with each civilization occupying a well-defined place in the timeline of human progress. But as new discoveries are made, it becomes clear that our ancestors were far more interconnected than previously imagined. Trade routes that stretched across continents, mysterious practices and rituals that defy logic, and advanced technologies that predate their time, these are the hallmarks of a history much more complex than we ever believed. Ancient mystery, modern technology has revolutionized archaeology, allowing researchers to uncover secrets that were once thought to be forever lost. 3D scanning, infrared analysis, and genetic testing have become essential tools, allowing us to peer into the past in ways that were unimaginable just a few decades ago. These breakthroughs have not only helped preserve fragile artifacts, but have also provided invaluable insights into the daily lives of ancient peoples. As technology continues to advance, the next big discovery could be just around the corner, hidden beneath the surface, waiting to tell us more about the world that came before us. What will we discover next? The mysteries of the ancient world are vast and endless. Every time we uncover a new secret, it feels like opening a door to a world we never knew existed. And while some of these discoveries are baffling, others push us to ask bigger questions. Who were our ancestors really? What were they capable of? And perhaps most importantly, what can we learn from them that can help us navigate our own future? Archaeology is a journey, one that constantly evolves as new clues are uncovered. With every dig, every artifact, and every discovery, we inch closer to understanding our origins and our place in the grand narrative of human history. From the shocking, like ancient Egyptian tobacco, to the awe-inspiring, such as the discovery of Neanderthal glue, these finds continue to challenge our preconceived notions and keep the flames of curiosity alive. The stories of our ancestors are not just tales of the past, they are lessons, warnings, and inspirations that speak across time. In conclusion, whether it's the enigmatic mummies of the Silk Road or the long-lost tombs of emperors, each find tells a story. A story of survival, of creativity, of culture, and of a world we can barely comprehend. As we continue to unravel the threads of history, we are reminded that the past is never truly gone. It lives on in the things we've left behind, waiting to be found, studied, and understood. The past isn't just a memory, it's a living, breathing part of our shared heritage that continues to shape us today. So, the next time you read about an archaeological discovery, think of it not just as a piece of history, but as a key to unlocking the vast, rich tapestry of human experience that stretches back millennia. And remember, the journey of discovery never ends, it only deepens with every new revelation. The epic birth of the giant goat mommet was supposed to be a normal morning at the city hospital. But everything turned upside down with one bizarre emergency call. Hello. We need an ambulance immediately. A goat is about to give birth. It's huge. The emergency operator paused. I'm sorry, did you say a goat? Yes. A giant goat. It's in labor. The panicked voice on the other end yelled. 20 minutes later. The ambulance sped through the city with its sirens blaring. Inside, lying on a stretcher, was the biggest goat anyone had ever seen. Its belly was so round it looked like a giant balloon. Its expression was a mix of horror and confusion, its eyes wide open, mouth agape as if screaming "B" in sheer panic. Two paramedics, a man and a woman, sat beside the goat, glancing at each other nervously. Have you ever delivered a baby goat before? The man asked. No, but it can't be that different from humans, right? The woman replied, though her voice lacked confidence. At the hospital. The ambulance doors burst open. The paramedics rushed the stretcher into the hallway, moving like this was the most critical case of their lives. Patients, doctors, and nurses all froze in shock, watching a gigantic goat being wheeled through the hospital. Make way! Emergency case! One of the paramedics shouted. A doctor frowned. Wait, why is there a goat here? It's giving birth. The paramedic screamed back. Oh my! Get it into the delivery room. Now! Inside the delivery room. A team of doctors and nurses surrounded the goat, their faces filled with pure uncertainty. One nurse frantically scrolled through a veterinary guide on her phone, while a doctor tried to encourage the goat. Deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Good, and now push. The goat stared at the doctor, eyes bulging, clearly thinking, are you all insane? And then, with a sudden pop. A tiny herd of baby goats rolled out like dumplings tumbling from a pot. The entire room fell silent for 3 seconds. And then erupted into cheers and applause. We did it! The mother goat lay on the stretcher, exhausted, her face saying no one told me it would be like this. And thus, the legendary story of the giant goat mom became a hospital tale that would be told for years. If this story were turned into a movie, it would be the most hilarious and chaotic birth scene ever.